Greetings, this is NobleKale for NobleKale.com. I've got here a game called Amygdala, and I got this build from Feedback Friday number 45. I've actually seen this one before, and I've recorded a video for Feedback Friday number 42. So I won't be running over it too much. I'm just going to be sort of going over how I think it's improved and what else is going on with it. These guys, I don't think that they've posted since number 42, but what they've put in is player movement has been timed up. The background no longer flickers at the end of a level. Crates are now easier to break with mine bullets, but things might come out of them. Corpses of large enemies can now be passed through. A null pointer error got fixed, and key bindings should now blink when binding, and key binding buttons should all fit on the screen. So let's have a quick look. Previously they had a graphical error where these would actually sort of cut out to the sides because they didn't scale right or whatever. So it looks like they fixed that, which is fantastic. Previously also, when I clicked on this, it wouldn't change any kind of look or anything like that, so I didn't know whether I'd actually selected it or not. So it was a bit annoying. Let's try and change the right key. E. Yep, that's fine. What I did notice though is that if I modify my name, put a D here, or anything really, but the cursor's active, and then I change this, it'll actually echo it back up here. So they need to just quickly disable this field, disable the input while I'm entering into here. So just a little something for them to take a quick look at. So let's have a look at it now. I don't recall there being a portal there the last time, so that might be new. I don't know. Some of the art assets have a little bit of, well, they're not quite clean. They have little bits that exceed the outlines, so I think they need a bit of cleanup. Overall though, so I've got the default keys, which is A and D for left and right, space for jump, left bracket for mine bullets, and I think they've cleaned up that sprite because I don't think it was like that before. And right bracket is for pooping out bricks. So let's pick this up. And when you do, that actually gives you a bit of a height boost too. Here's something cute. Darker berries for the background, lighter berries for the foreground. So that's nice. It's a little thing. But it's a good thing. So let's go play. I have no idea what. Ow! I just jumped while I was next to that thing and it threw me backwards. So that was just a bit weird overall. Something I have noticed that's a bit annoying is that if there's a noise on the screen when you press escape to go to that key binding or die, the noise continues to play. So they need to watch their triggers for turning off a noise. Also, these guys are bastards. They're wormy kind of things that pass between the platforms. So, okay. So the overall goal is to find a wizard, kill him, take his meat. Sexy. Crates are a little bit difficult because as you shoot them to open them, they actually get pushed around too, so I don't know whether that's intentional, but it does get kind of annoying. Yeah, those guys can be just vicious bastards. Okay. So, overall, oh, slime. I did see a hint come up before that slimes can be killed by jumping on them, so let's try that. That's one of the things that kind of is a bit interesting in that there's all these weird creatures and everything else like that, and there's slight caveats for most of them, and I think that brings depth. But if you haven't encountered something before, it can be a little bit annoying. Yeah, so there we go. Like if I hadn't have known that might happen or something would happen when I landed on him, that could have been annoying. These crates also sometimes contain explosions. Now, here's something that does kind of get to me. I've got these spikes here. They're not really that visible, nor differentiable from... Is that even a word, differentiable? Regardless, they're not really easy to differentiate from anything else. They're also not really sitting on top of the island, so I think they need to go back and retool those. Jumping over. So that's just a little something where that looks a little bit vicious, but okay. What you'll notice is my eye is freaking huge now, so the size of your eye is actually your health. This is also new. These spiky things, I don't think I've seen those before. Here's something weird though. So obviously here's my guy, here's this rock, which is a foreground thing. You can see my eyeball through this rock, which means that's a very damn powerful light. So maybe they need to sort of occlude that somehow. I'm also seeing some weird sort of artifacty edge effects on the edge of my head and on these. They just need to clean up their assets, I think. The masking's not quite right. Overall though, ow. Overall it's looking a lot cleaner than the last time I saw it, which is great. The gameplay's a lot better. I'm not falling all over the place when I'm jumping on stuff, so the controls have definitely been tightened up, which is excellent, excellent, excellent. Here's what I would like to see now. I would like to see a little gauge to show me how high I am, because you've got this moving background, but it only moves left and right. I think, let me just check that before I make that kind of statement. So if I fall, the background kind of shudders, but let me try that again from a slightly higher height. Oh, by the way, big penguins, hilarious enemies, well done on that. Okay, but so the background does actually move vertically, so I take that back, but the problem is I don't know how close I'm getting to the end. I really don't. I don't quite know where I'm going, although it did make a comment of my eye will show me the way, and I'm noticing that it's pointing over here, so I'm guessing that I have to go that way, but yeah, it's basically, I don't know how tall up I am, how much I'm going to fall. It would be nice to have sort of some method of some method of telling me that I was pretty high up. I'm also really, apart from that extra jumping bit just now, I'm not seeing any reason to use the brick thing. I don't know, maybe they need to give me a bit of a puzzle or something that will help in that regard, but it's kind of irrelevant to me right now. I still love the design for the enemies. I think that's one of the key best things about it. Like, they're just great. I'm not in love with the tiny little energy baubles. I think that they still need a different sprite for those. Like, because it's the same asset but shrunk down, there's the outline's not consistent. Speaking of outlines, we still have different sized out, different thicknesses. Check out this planty thing versus all the platforms, and this ladder vine, I'm assuming that's a ladder, that has no outline at all. So I'd like to see that tightened up. Otherwise, it's definitely coming along. Like, it's so much nicer to play. But yeah, I'm just seeing, and I'm seeing extra little details, stuff like this. It's really nice, and I like the feel of it. It just needs that little extra bit of consistency to sort of nudge it along towards completion and polish. Things that I love you've got a title screen, you've got an options screen, you've got volume controls, you've got keys rebinding, so it's got pretty much all the bookending apart from a credit screen. That would be great. Put your contact details into the game, because then people can find you, people can tag you, people can tell you what they like and what they don't. So make sure there's a feedback channel inherently in the game. If I find a copy of this on the net, I need to find out how to get back to you. The controls are so much tighter, it's unbelievable. The difficulty level seems to be easier, although I think that's a function of the controls improving. Still love the creature design. I want to see more. I actually want to see more, but it might be scope creep, so don't let me influence you on that. Things that need to have a little bit of attention. The assets, you've basically painted outside the lines. The masking's not right, most notably on the lower light level areas, like the one that I'm on at the moment. I also would like to know why his head light shines through a rock. I think that you need to have a quick look at that. And other than that, it's pretty much coming along, but it needs some head up stuff. Tell me how high up I am, tell me how many hit points I've got. What I'd love to see is an eyeball with sort of a gauge next to it, and just to tell me my psychic strength, or maybe a brain that grows bigger with a number on it to say how many crystals I've consumed. I understand that you've given me the eyeball and the forehead and it grows bigger and it shrinks, but give me a number. Like, just give me a bit more feedback. It's not bad so far, but it could be a little bit better. Let's have a quick look at that menu screen. This is great. Still love it. Music, sound effects, controllers, all cool. I don't feel that these controls graphically suit the game, but they're nice and consistent in here, so that's fine. Shrink this font, make this fit, but that's a small thing. Meet Zero, Wizard Zero, again, that could be on here. You could just have a nice little head up down here. I think that's completely workable. I'd also like to see, there's no way back to the main menu screen from here. So I'd like to see a button that just says main menu. Otherwise, not a bad effort. Definitely good work in the last 3 weeks. Definitely things clearing up and a bit more polish. Something just flew overhead because I saw some shadows, and that's kind of cool, some nice foreshadowing. Anyway, so that was Amygdala. The team has a web page for contact, so I'll put the details into the video description. And this is Noble Kale. I'll be moving on to the next one. See you later.